Frag out!
What's happening, Mad Squad? It's Joe, aka Mad Joe FC. Welcome to another episode of Comic Talk. In this video, we're going to be reviewing the second issue of Crisis on Infinite Earths, Time and Time Again. Before we get into the review, I do have some things to kind of update you on about how the ComicChat videos work. I think I accidentally called it Comic Talk at the beginning. But, yeah, so go ahead and skip to the review if you want to, but I do want to update you on some things. So, these do take me, it's like a day to a 2-day process to completely put these videos together. And I love it, and for the people who watch them, I'm glad that you enjoy them. So, my goal, I'm not going to promise this because I don't like making promises I can't keep. But my goal is what I'll try to do is have at least 1 or 2 Comic Talk videos out per week. Maybe not 2, maybe 1. My goal is to try and have at least 1 Comic Talk video out per week, but that might not always be the case. Sometimes I might have a really busy week with other videos and stuff. So basically, just don't expect a certain day or like a schedule for the Comic Talk videos, but just expect to see them when you see them. You'll see them frequently. Like sometimes a whole week might go by, I might not have had time to put one together. So yeah, just expect them frequently. And I'm sorry it's like this, but it's just they take a while, and there's other videos I have to do. Because they'll be uploaded frequently, it'll kind of be like when there's a new upload, it's like you get the next part of what you watched the last time. So when you see a new upload, say I was on issue 2 of something, then the upload for issue 3 comes, it's like, oh cool, the next part is here. I get to see the next part that I've been waiting for, So kind of think of it like that, like a TV show or something, like you're waiting for the next part and you're really excited when it gets there. That's just how it has to be, because I don't have time to put them together like every day. So like I said, I'll try and have 1 up per week, but sometimes that might not be the case. So just expect to see them when you see them. Alright, now let's get into the review. The issue begins at the dawn of man. A man named Anthro Crouches saves his village from a stampeding herd of serpent noses, or mammoths. As he rides them away from the village, Anthro hits his head on a tree stem, and when he gets up, he sees an advanced civilization. Something he or his village has never seen before. When he tells his village of his discovery, they don't believe it and say he hit his head too hard. Now we arrive to the 13th century, where the Legion of Superheroes are on a search for Dawnstar. They are needed by Brainiac 5 at Plaza Square, as it is being stampeded by the same mammoths from way back when. As the Legion contain the mammoths disappear. The same thing happened to Dawnstar. Brainiac 5 says to forget the disappearances, as his computers detect antimatter energy moving toward Earth, enough to destroy the universe. The future fades to the present. July 1985. Earth 1. The Joker has laid out dead Harold J. Standish in his mansion. He wanted the ownership to Harold's copyrights for his silent comedy films. Batman then bursts through a window and he and Joker battle it out. Flash comes from an opening, uttering, "Help me! Help! Someone! Anyone! Please!" He actually came from the not far future, but we'll get to how that came to be in a later review. As Joker aims to shoot Flash, Batman stops him, and Flash asks Batman, "Can't you save the world? It's dying all around me!" As Batman attends to Flash, Joker makes his escape. Batman asks Flash where is he and that he can help. All Flash says to him is the world's dying and disintegrating at his eyes before he vanishes. We're now taken to the Monitor and the 15 beings he had summoned in issue 1. He tells them all of their universes are about to die. The antimatter shatters the dimensional barriers, engulfing all life and hope, time and time again. He tells them catastrophic global phenomenons would decimate their cities. The beings feud about if they should trust the Monitor until they come to an agreement to do so. He lets them know he is linked with all positive matter and it gives him his power. He weakens as the antimatter destroys the positive matter by decimating universes. The beings question why they were chosen specifically for this task. They learn that they all come from different times and different Earths. The Monitor has tested them all to catalog their abilities. They are his initial force, and others will be summoned when required. Harbinger arrives and informs the beings that there are 5 eras throughout time where the Monitor has placed devices strong enough to halt the antimatter wave. They have to find them and protect them from their enemies. They agree to this and are scattered to the different eras. As the Monitor rests, Harbinger thinks about the other person who she must alert about the events taking place. She betrays the Monitor as she is unable to resist and forced to obey this person's commands. The next world we see is the homeworld of the Guardians of the Universe, OA. They monitor all galaxies and universal anomalies. They've discovered the antimatter wave which has escaped their detection. They feel they need the complete Green Lantern Corps to stop it. An unknown person says doing that will be a threat to his plans, and so this person disposes of the Guardians. Now, at Metropolis, Earth 1, Batman has asked Superman to meet with him. He tells Superman there is trouble concerning the Flash. After Batman tells him what happened, Pariah appears, says he needs them both, and is called away. He said their Earth was dying, just like Flash said. A portion of the summoned beings are taken to a time known as the Great Disaster. A time in a future where intelligent, deadly animals are hunters and humans are their prey. Kamandi, known here as the last boy on Earth, is scaling what he doesn't know is one of the Monitor's devices. As Superman of Earth 2 saves the boy from falling, they question him about the machine and then are attacked by the shadow things that attacked them on the Monitor satellite in issue 1. Not as strong this time, they attack and flee, just like before. The beings protect the device as Harbinger watches from afar. It's been a few hours since she has been taken over fully and has embraced the Monitor's deadly foe's path. Until she is given the final command, she still does the Monitor's requests. The Monitor asks her to bring the Luthor child to him, but when she sees him, it leaves her speechless. Atlantis is where another portion of the beings are taken, where another one of the Monitor's devices is. Psychopirate is sitting alone as he senses terror from Pariah, who has suddenly appeared. As Pariah asks where he is, Psychopirate messes with his emotions, making him laugh uncontrollably until he is stopped by Lord Arian. He then attempts to fight the whole group of beings by manipulating their emotions. Even Deidre's chain battles tough to protect Arian against his own fears. As the Infinitor shields everyone from Psychopirate's powers, he vanishes. A voice speaks to Psychopirate and says it needs him. Psychopirate challenges the person, and by doing so, has his face taken away and brought back. He then promises to do whatever the person commands. With Psychopirate gone and no trace of Raven, the Monitor says it's time for him to create the new Dr. Light. Pariah tells the beings who protect the device in Atlantis where he came from and why he has appeared. He also tells them that antimatter is going to sweep through this universe and their Earth will die. While the Monitor is working on the arrangements for the new Dr. Light, he and Harbinger notice the fray of antimatter and is quickly weakening the Monitor. Meanwhile, Harbinger speaks to her unknown commander about the Monitor's progress. The unknown person talks about how the Monitor will fail by his power being stolen, in turn making the person stronger. As he tells Harbinger to leave, he says to himself that all the Monitor's universes will be destroyed and his will be supreme. The issue ends with a narration from the Monitor to Harbinger. He tells her ever since he raised her as a child, he knew everything would end like this. He placed hope in her from since she was a child. He tells her to find and call on that hope, as their darkest times are hours away. The Monitor tells her she has to resist the unknown person's temptations. Only because of her, the child of Earth 3, Pariah, and all of his champions can the universes that still exist survive. Now, time to do a short recap of the issue. From the dawn of man, a man named Anthro saves his village from a stampede of mammoths and discovers a futuristic civilization after hitting his head. The Joker is seen doing dirty work at Harold J. Standish's mansion as the Batman crashes through the window and has a confrontation with him. The Flash comes through a portal from the future and warns Batman that the world around him is dying and if he can save them. We are quickly reintroduced to the beings who were summoned by the Monitor as he tells them their universes are about to die and how. Harbinger arrives and informs them of 5 eras throughout time where 5 devices are placed that need to be protected because they can halt antimatter. A group of the summoned beings arrive at a time known as the Great Disaster, where they protect one of the Monitor's devices from shadow demons. Another group of beings find themselves in Atlantis, where another device is. They all have a confrontation with one of their own, Psychopirate. He vanishes and becomes slave to an unknown person. As the antimatter continues to decimate universes, the Monitor becomes weaker and the unknown person becomes stronger. There is narration from the Monitor telling Harbinger he knew it would all end like this. Now she has to find her hope, because only her, the child from Earth 3, Faria, and all the champions can save the universes that still live. We will pick up from here in issue 3 of Crisis on Infinite Earths, Oblivion Upon Us. That concludes this episode of Comic Chat. I hope you all enjoyed. Like I said, I'm going to try and have at least one uploaded a week, but that might not always be the case. So just expect them to be frequent. Like, just expect to see them when they come, okay, when I have the time to put them together. So I really do hope you all enjoyed, and for those who do watch these, again, I really appreciate that you do take your time to watch these, because these 10 to 15 minute videos, they take me about 2 days in reality to put together. So I enjoy doing it, and I enjoy that you guys love watching them, and I enjoy watching my finished product. So if you did enjoy, let me know what you thought of it. Let me know what I can do better. Just give me any of your thoughts. There are 2 like buttons. Be sure to fingerprint the button with the thumb pointing up. Share this video to anyone you feel enjoy, and ding dong the subscribe button to join the Mad Squad on our journey to 10,000 subscribers. My name's Joe, aka Mad Joe FC. I hope you all have a marvelous day. Mad out.